on trial for the murders of his two best friends? Well, we've seen him blowing kisses and praying while on trial, and his courtroom gestures have gone viral. The 24-year-old, whose real name is Jamel Demons, stands accused of shooting and killing Christopher Thomas Jr. and Anthony Williams. Melly was an up-and-comer in the rap world whose music blew up on SoundCloud. He and his co-defendant, Cortland Henry, along with the two victims, made up the rap collective YNW, which stands for Young N-Word World. Melly is best known for his 2017 hit song Murder on My Mind, which got more than 500 million views on YouTube. But the lyrics came under fire after he was linked to the murders. One line from the song reads, "I didn't even mean to shoot him. He just caught me by surprise. I reloaded my pistol, cocked it back, and shot him twice." Police say Thomas and Williams were gunned down on October 26, 2018, as they were leaving a Fort Lauderdale recording studio with Demons and Henry. The accused say the two friends were killed in a drive-by shooting, but prosecutors allege the rappers framed that shooting. The victims' families say they were stunned by the case because they were close to Melly.
Somebody that we knew, this somebody that we loved, this somebody that we trusted. Like, we watched him grow up.
This is not Melly's first run-in with the law either. In 2015, the young rapper was charged for a shooting near a high school in Indian River County. After serving time for that crime, Demons released his first EP, Collect Call, following hit singles Butter Pecan and Medium Fries. If convicted, the young rapper could face the death penalty if 8 of the 12 jurors find him guilty, with a unanimous decision no longer needed in Florida.
Yeah, so that's YNW Melly. For a little backstory there for folks who may not be too up on his music or his case and what's going on. So what you know about this, Chino?
What I hear.
And that's basically what,
yeah, because we really
just
don't
know
what's really popping with that. But I mean, like I don't. It's a tough story. It's a tough story because, my opinion is so crazy because, like, what about if somebody did run up on them and maybe they were just riding dirty and they were trying to clean some shit up because they don't want to get in trouble with drugs or something on them. Like, people don't think about that stuff, man. Like, it could be a lot of things. And then he had the little other situation with the little dick pic, and then that comes in play. Like,
was it actually a little dick pic?
I don't know if it was double X, but I believe that a little pic flew in somewhere, somebody's messages, and I don't know if it's that like enough to kill two people, like your best friends. On top of that,
that's what that's if that's what happened, and to get killed out of that's a tough call right there.
Yeah,
it is.
That's pretty bold.
And Melly, I've been listening to Melly's almost since he came out, at least since he came out with those earlier, tracks there. And when you watch him and you look at him, if that's the case, that's enough for him.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I mean, that's the thing. The 2018 song is like,
yeah, it's enough.
It's
enough
for my mind.
It's enough for him. But still, like, nobody knows. So if he did do it, he did a decent job of like framing all of this and putting all this together himself.
I don't think you could say that.
Why you can't say it?
Because he's on trial right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on trial simply because it was 3 people and he's the last person that was alive. You understand?
Yeah.
And they could track him to being in the car, but they don't have anything. They don't have anything like directly tangible. I know that's not the word, but you know what I'm saying.
But there's
100%
no
tie him to these murders. They don't have that.
There's no ballistic evidence.
No, they don't have anything.
None.
No, they don't have any.
Well, I'm not talking about 100%.
All circumstantial. What this is what I can confirm. Everything they have on him is circumstantial. The text messages, we have pictures and video of you getting in the car with these guys. All of it is circumstantial.
I'm most fascinated by what the ballistics would tell us.
Yeah.
And like, where did the shots come from, angle-wise?
Yeah.
Because drive-by shooting shots are going to come from a particular angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, from the outside, because was his best friends in the car with him?
They were in the car, yeah.
So the bullets would be out if he did it. Unless he walked from the outside up to the car.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying he did.
He walked up to the car.
Yeah, to make it appear like
to appear like that. But
and then they're saying he drove the dead friends like to make it appear.
Make
to
it,
be
yeah,
a drive.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're saying he did. So what I'm saying is, if he did all of this, because if you listen to the court and listen to the lawyer as he's explaining, okay, this is how Melly would have had to, like that. That's a lot of shit to do within this 2 hours. I don't know if he freestyled that or if he thought about this for months how he was going to do it.
Murder's on his mind. I mean, come on.
But he
Songs
did a
come out
lot of shit.
before that happened.
You never know because people could record stuff
But
years ago. You know how that
I would
works.
say though, I mean, I would say this: like, if you're gonna murder your friends and you're gonna be with them at the time, like he set this up. Assuming he did it, like he would have put some thought into how he's gonna try and pull this off.
Oh, hold on. Ray says ballistics show that it wasn't a drive-by.
That's what I'm thinking, because your angle of fire is
Yeah.
going to be very particular. And again, think about this: a drive-by is a car, shooting basically, from across the street or whatever. Like if you're saying, well, I walked up to this car and shot. Now, what I envision him doing, for better or worse, is probably shooting these people at close range. And then perhaps getting out of the car, moving some distance away, and then firing random shots at the vehicle to make it appear that fire may have come from that. Mm-hmm. But you probably are shooting at dead bodies at that point.
Yeah.
So isn't there like gunpowder residue in your hands after you shoot?
If theoretically, I mean, if he was not immediately apprehended, like you could probably wash the residue.
I mean, it's pretty tough.
Could be. I don't know.
not
I
that
fired a
easy
gun
to
one
take.
time out in the woods. Hit nothing. So, again, I don't know. But again, if
Piss?
this is not a situation,
Shit, my brother said piss would take it right off.
piss, really.
Damn.
What you mean your brother? That was somebody else.
What do you mean it was
Never
your brother?
mind. My brother from another mother.
My brother, right over there.
Piss on his stuff.
I'll give you his name and social. That's wild, man. No, that's funny though.
hold on. So Ray got a couple messages here for us. Okay, so one, he says, I don't think the truth will come out. It was his plan, but he didn't execute it. And then he did say there's no substantial evidence. Everything is circumstantial. Okay.
The gunpowder was inclusive.
Gunpowder was on his co-defendant, and it was inconclusive inside the car. They can't determine if the shots were fired close range or not.
Okay.
They don't even know what type of gun was used.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
there's some holes in it.
he
but
did
yeah.
a lot of work. That's what I'm saying.
But if you are,
40
I mean,
minutes?
if you are,
40 minutes?
yeah,
thought
I
you
think
said-
so.
okay.
I think so.
But I mean, if you're planning to kill somebody, I mean, it's a pretty
it would've had to been
important
a plan.
task. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if that's what you're trying
Yeah,
to do,
yeah.
if you're going to put thought into something, like,
It's like, yo, I know about that dick pic. I'm going to kill him tonight.
No, that ain't like something you think about. That's like a crime of passion, I should say. Like,
well,
your best friend to kill somebody that you you're.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Unless he already
Grew
knew
up
about
with,
like.
you grew up with these guys. Yeah.
I think like,
That's more like spontaneous. That's like, I blacked out and fucking killed you. That's not like something I think I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
my best friend. Damn, that's some serial.
Yeah.
That's some serious-
yeah.
Unless,
I mean, it could go either way, though. I mean, like if
Then
you
say he's
if you
crazy
see,
enough, you see
I
the
think
dick
it's-
pic,
I
and
say
he
he's
probably
crazy
say, you know
enough.
what, I'm gonna tell him let's ride out.
I think it's crazy enough for either scenario.
well, I
To be
mean,
honest
like
with you, to plan it out or
Aaron Hernandez did
Yeah,
the
yeah.
setup for the
he
guy.
He planned it out.
Yeah, I think
Some guys are
we're not-
wired.
we're
Yeah,
not
just-
giving this guy enough credit for planning.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
No,
That's
like,
a great
like-
point though, the Aaron Hernandez thing.
Yeah.
Because it came out, he made the plan with the had the cleaners come out and
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
He planned that all out, and it could be the same case with him. But they ended up finding
Right,
a
that-
gun with Aaron Hernandez.
I know,
They ended up
but I'm
finding
saying
that
like
gun.
if you look at if they haven't found a gun,
yeah.
if he's gonna say that there was a drive-by shooting or whatever, like he definitely planned some of this.
Yeah.
Like he had a plan to get rid of the weapon. He had a plan to make it look like something it wasn't. So it wasn't a complete, in my opinion, heat of passion thing where it's like, hey, they're sitting around whatever, and all of a sudden this information comes to light, they square up and start firing.
Yeah.
That could have happened too. argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's basically what his lawyers are saying. Anything could have happened, actually. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's all those guys ever do. Because now all you're doing, you have to prove a reasonable doubt.
yeah.
And it's a weird, vague, nebulous term. Nobody knows exactly what that means, and but it's just that there's some believable story that could have happened. And that theoretically means we can't convict because there's a reasonable doubt. Reasonably, I could look at this and conclude that a drive-by shooter came by or somebody wanted to rob these guys and whatever. Yeah. And if you make a story there in the absence of having, any other plausible story, you beat reasonable doubt in the mind of the jury. I thought fascinating too, though. Like I didn't realize you didn't need a unanimous finding of the jury
to convict or for the death penalty.
Well, it sounded like either. They said you only need 8 out of 12, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But traditionally, and a lot of times you'll have cases where you'll have a deadlock jury where like 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 people are like, hey, we want to convict or whatever, and then one person holds out, and it becomes a mistrial. Right. And you got to do it all over again. But if you only need 8 out of 12,
yeah, I know. He particularly said Florida.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Florida
yeah,
must
yeah.
be one of the few states that's like that.
Yeah, for sure that was. But I didn't realize that. That's a significant change.
Yeah,
because a lot of times what happens is in a jury situation, they'll just break that last person down, and now they literally don't have to do that. They don't. They can leave 4 people out there being, hey, if you want to be an idiot, have at it. But before there was great pressure because it's like either we got to come out of this unanimous or this is just a mistrial. Yeah. And so if you're the 1 or 2 holdout, they're going to be putting pressure on you, and it's like hey.
And sometimes that 1 or 2 person, they was just holding out for more pizza.
Could be.
Because you got to we want to stay in this deliberate. I want more pizza, man.
Definitely.
Bring some more New York Chinese food in here. I don't know if he did it or not.
The jury has some requests.
Overtime.
Yeah, overtime. No, that's what's up. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what his trial goes. I'm not one of those social media people. Like I listen to him, I'm a fan of his music, but the free Melly and all that stuff. I really don't know what happened. I don't know, so I can't say I hope it goes well for him because I don't know what.
I always look at these things like who the hell else did it? Like where's the other suspects? Like Casey Anthony? Like who else killed the kid? Like, nobody. Come on, this is stupid. I really
you can't throw him in a chair just to say. Or the lady, if in Casey case, just to say, okay, because who else did it? You got it.
Well, but on top of all this, you have all the circumstantial evidence going toward this person. Now, every T may not be crossed, every I may not be dotted, but you don't end up in trial with nothing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot pointing your way, and then reasonably, who else did this?
And he's been laughing in court too.
He's a weird guy.
Who's he blowing kisses to?
He's a weird.
Yeah, but I still want to know who he's blowing kisses to.
Nobody. I don't think nobody.
They need like the opposite angle when he's blowing the kisses and people.
Dodge that kiss.
Hopefully Floyd Mayweather's over there.
His last name is Demons. It's pronounced Demons, but still.
We was just talking about that.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
ironic. And then he laughed like one too.
Yeah.
But then again, he already had a charge for gunshot and stuff. It's like, what come on.
Yeah, shooting at a school.
I could
sound like a sane person.
This is the opposite of the Travis Rudolph thing we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Travis
is like, like when the more you learned about it, the more you're like, man, I don't know what else he could have done.
Yeah, he was just defending himself.
But yeah, this one's hell, just short circuit this and lock him up.
Yeah, lock him up. Don't throw him in a chair.
No, we want to throw people in the chair.
Huh?
We want to throw people in the chair.
Yeah,
I'm big on the chair.
You big on the chair?
Yeah.
You like to see that last
serial killers.
No, I don't. I mean, not to like watch. I mean, there's other stuff I'd rather watch. I'm an elimination guy. Like when you're like when you're somebody that is just not gonna get better, like just get rid of it.
Just hit him with the fatality.
Excise the cancer and be done with it.
If you kill multiple people, I don't think you're gonna get better.
No, I agree.
No.
If you're
one
like
person, it's like something could have happened, whatever, boom, boom, boom. But
Yeah,
you have the 2 to 3
or
people,
the
4
manner in
people.
which you kill people.
And the manner.
It's like
Yeah, yeah.
again, like
Yeah.
like you were saying, like if there's
How-
like a heat of the moment
Gut 'em.
thing, that just goes south and somebody ends up dead, like I could potentially see
Yeah.
redemption in that. But if you're somebody that like
It's more forgiving.
plans and executes this thing and kills somebody, if you're like a sexual predator type guy, those
Oh,
people are not getting fixed, man.
Oh no, they get sicker
know.
and sicker.
Yeah, it's you just go to
Just
darker
go
and
ahead
darker
and,
places.
You know.
In that sense, like I do.
I definitely agree on the sexual predator.
Yeah,